Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs battle the Bears, and the Falcons take on the Cowboys, and we're going to be recapping all the rest of the action that happened on Friday, guys. Let's talk sports. It's Friday. You know, a Friday night is only good when you have the NFL on your goddamn side, guys. And let me tell you something. Preseason week 3 has been off to a great start. I mean, the action that we've had today. You know, I've gotten to put Patrick Mahomes in the damn title today. That's how you know it was a pretty good week 3 of preseason. Guys, the preseason is coming to an end. In September, the regular season starts up. I can't wait to start watching some real-ass football. I'm tired of watching all the scrimmages. You know, I'm tired of watching all the backups. I'm ready to see some real-ass tackles. I'm ready to see some real-ass touchdowns. All right, I'm ready to see all that today. And, guys, I'm not going to lie to y'all. The preseason action was so great that we're going to be talking about every single game. And I will be honest, guys, we are saving the Bears and the Chiefs for last. But let's start off now with one of the first games that happened at 6. It was the Eagles against the Jets. It was night.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Buying a car shouldn't eat up your week. That's why Carvana made it convenient. Car buying that fits around your life, not the other way around. You can get pre-qualified for an auto loan in just a couple of minutes and browse thousands of quality car options, all within your terms, all online, all on your schedule. Turn car buying into a few clicks and not a full week's endeavor. Finance and buy your car at your convenience on Carvana. Financing subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply.
18-17. This game was rough. You know, this is definitely a preseason game. You got some Eagles backups that weren't playing the best. They took a while to get started in this game. But the Jets, you know, as this season keeps going on, this preseason goes on, the Jets are going to need a lot of years to get good. And you definitely can tell from that. You know, I'll be real. Watching the Jets today was very disappointing. Watching their two quarterbacks that couldn't do a goddamn thing against this team, it was just, you know, embarrassing at times. You know, the score stayed so low throughout the whole entire match. It was just honestly crazy to watch. You know, I just feel, guys, you know, Jets get 0 points. Eagles only get 3 points. The Eagles did not play that good either. I'll just be real. I don't know what the fuck the Eagles were on today, but preseason Eagles, I'm usually like, yeah, these guys, you know, I'm usually like the backups can be a whole nother football team. I guess they got the backups, and that's why, you know, maybe this game wasn't the best. And it's the same thing for the Jets. And it only took till quarter four for the Jets to finally score 14 points. That's bad. That is really bad. Offensive line from the Jets today just was not good. You know, they were easily letting the defense just get through and get to the quarterback. You know, they tried to get the run game going, but the run game was not going that great. You know, I'll just be real, the Eagles defense, you know, was pretty good. And I do like how the Jets defense was playing too. You know, the Jets defense, they were loud, they were aggressive, they were getting those tackles in. But when you got an offense that can't make touchdowns or can't make field goals, like at least the Eagles team, they were making a couple of field goals. You know, when you're not even making field goals, you know, and it's the second quarter, that's definitely a problem. And the defense can only do so much, you know. So I just feel like, you know, in this game, you know, the Jets did not play their best. Has me concerned. You know, it's a preseason game, so don't be too concerned. But the penalties are definitely a concern. Offensive line needs to be a lot better for the regular season. I really hope they are. You know, if this team wants to be a run-heavy-ass team, they're going to need a good offensive line, and I just really do not think the Jets' offensive line is that good. And, you know, defense actually showed some spark today. So, if there is a positive that I could give from the Jets today's performance is that the defense played really good. I really like how the defense came in. You know, if you're a Jets fan, you know, you're sighing in relief knowing that if something was to happen to my defensive players right now on the Jets, we have all these backups that are really aggressive, that can really get to the line, that can, actually put some effort into the goddamn game. When you got, some really good backups that can do that, it makes your heart a little bit more safer. My heart's completely not safe as a Lions fan. We'll see the Lions play on Saturday, and I'll give you my thoughts about the preseason Lions, but my team, guys, they got me concerned if Jared Goff goes out. I mean, it is not looking too good for us on the backup side of the ball. But I would say the backup side of the ball today on the defensive side of the Jets was really goddamn good. But, the Eagles somehow managed to play just a little bit better. They were able to get like a touchdown and a field goal, and they were able to cap off this game with just a field goal. So let's go over this whole entire drive. I won't go over the field goal drive, so let's go over the first touchdown drive, which was the third fucking quarter, and it was 40 yards, 11 plays. This was the Eagles. McCord comes on here, starts off with an incomplete pass, but then we get a 5-yard pass, then we get another incomplete goddamn pass, and then we get an 11-yard run from Johnson, and then 2-yard run, incomplete pass once again, but then McCord comes back with a good 9-yard pass at the 3rd and 8, negative 2-yard run, an incomplete pass, but Johnson comes in to, get in for 15 yards for a whole-ass touchdown, and it was 3rd and 12, so that's a really good-ass play from the Eagles. I really like how they played that. And then the Jets, they finally got going with some touchdown drives too. So let's talk about some of the Jets' touchdown drives. This was in the 4th quarter, right after the Eagles got a field goal drive. This was 12 plays, 72 yards, which is great. 7-yard run, and then we get a 3-yard run. Negative 7-yard run, but, I like how, Aaron Glenn keeps the running game going. So we get a 2-yard run, a 7-yard run, makes an easy, good conversion, 10-yard pass, really good pass with Martinez, 11-yard pass. We did get a 5-yard penalty, but a 10-yard run, and, then we get a touchdown for 19 yards. So that's a really cool thing. And the Jets end the game with a touchdown, which is, great to see. 10 plays, 77 yards. This was only a 3-minute touchdown drive, which is really nice. Started off with an incomplete pass for Martinez, but we got a 13-yard run, a 1-yard run. Then we got an explosive 25-yard pass when it was 5 minutes on the 4th quarter from Martinez, which was really great to see. 20-yard pass, 5-yard run, and then we easily get a 1-yard touchdown. They tried to do a 2-point conversion, but the 2-point conversion sadly did fail. Guys, my overall thoughts about this first game. Eagles, if we're going to rate the Eagles today, I will be real. Eagles are going to get a 5. I did not like how the Eagles really played today. Very conservative, but they got the win. Jets' offensive side of the ball are going to get a 4. Defensive side's going to get a 6. Eagles' defensive side, too, will get a 6 because I do like how the defense is playing on the Eagles. They held their own out there for the whole entire game, which was definitely great to see. But, this showed some great improvement. I like how Martinez finally snapped into it. 4th quarter, he finally made some touchdown drives. But
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon Prime. From streaming to shopping, Prime helps you get more out of your passions. So whether you're a fan of true crime or prefer a nail-biting novel from time to time, with services like Prime Video, Amazon Music, and fast free delivery, Prime makes it easy to get more out of whatever you're into or getting into. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to learn more.
That took until the 4th quarter. And I think that is a little disappointing. It took till only the 4th quarter to finally get somewhere going. And by the time you get somewhere going, guys, well, the score is already it's already over. It's already over. And when you get that 2-point conversion fail, it is definitely already over. So I just wish Martinez would have kept this energy in the first couple of quarters. I just feel sometimes my worries with this Jets team is that they're going to get to the regular season and they want to be this run-heavy offense. And they're going to go up against a team, guys, in the regular season that the run game is not going to be possible at fucking all. And then you got a quarterback that did play for the Steelers and, is pretty good. But I just do not think if the Jets' running game is not on point, the offensive line is not on point, I can really see this team being the exact same spot where they were last year, getting completely destroyed. Guys, I have some hopes, but my hopes for the Jets are not really that high. Y'all want to know what my hopes for the Jets are? I hope in a few years they can become a football team. Because right now, how the Jets are, going on with the last couple of seasons in the NFL, they don't look like a football team. And so I hope Aaron Glenn can do what he can do in the regular season, but I really think it's going to take a few years because I don't think this offensive line is really going to hold up. We'll see in the regular season, guys. I'm always, ready to be proven wrong. I want to be proven wrong. No, I don't want to be proven wrong. I mean, guys, I will be real. I did like the Jets, last year. I like the identity, not the identity, but I like the team of the Jets. I like the history of the Jets, but, now it's Aaron Glenn as the head coach. So as a Lions fan, I can't really root for the Jets that much, but I hope they can become a football team. I really do. I want to see the Jets be like the Giants in the preseason. I want to see the Jets actually become a little bit of a football team. And I really think that's all the Jets need to do this year. Don't worry about even getting to the playoffs. Don't even worry about, honestly, don't even worry about trying to get a winning record this year. Just try to become a football team. Try to get an identity at least going. But my fears for the Jets is they're going to, try this new identity. And I don't think they have the power like offenses like the Bears or, the Lions or the Vikings or the Green Bay Packers that can really have really nice, good offensive lines that can really keep the run game actually going. I feel like it's just going to be like last year. You're going to see the Jets get just pummeled. So I hope that doesn't happen with the Jets, but I'm not having any hopes. 19-17, disappointing from the Jets, but, it is the Jets, so can't expect too much from the Jets. Let's just be goddamn real. So let's talk about the next game, which is Minnesota versus the Titans. This game right here was rough. I mean, Jesus Christ, this game was really rough. Now, look, they are only playing their, backups. So, it was honestly only some field goals from the Vikings today. They only got one touchdown, and that was in the third quarter. But the Titans today, actually, Cam Moore actually got a touchdown drive today. 16 yards, 85 yards, 17-yard pass, a 17-yard run, which is really good. 5-yard run sets up, 13-yard pass, sets up on the shotgun, really good here. 2-yard run, 4-yard run, 3-yard run, a 16-yard run by Chestnut. Holy shit. A 4-yard run. We did get a 5-yard penalty, but then we end off with a 6-yard pass, and then Chestnut runs it in for a touchdown. And then they pick it up again with 8 plays.
Football is finally back, and so is the hard-hitting gridiron action on PrizePicks. With millions of members and billions of dollars awarded in winnings, PrizePicks is the best place to put your takes to the test. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code SPOTIFY and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code SPOTIFY on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in lineups just for playing, guaranteed. PrizePicks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
95 yards, All right. We got a 20-yard pass from B. Allen. He throws a deep left ball pass, which was really cool to see. Negative 10-yard penalty, but they pick it up with a 16-yard pass, a 4-yard pass. Then B. Allen throws a short left pass and gets a touchdown. And then, the Vikings, they finally pick it up with a touchdown. Stewart comes in. Stewart gets a 1-yard run. 36-yard pass from Brosmer. I don't know how to say that goddamn quarterback name. I'm going to say Brosmer. Brosmer gets the, 36-yard pass. Really good-ass pass. 36-yard pass is crazy. Broomer, he finishes off with a short middle pass for a 20-yard touchdown. And then they finish the game off with some field goals, guys. My overall thoughts about this Minnesota performance today, it wasn't good. Defense wasn't that good. The Titans actually played pretty decent today. I liked what we saw from Cam Ward today. Rating the Vikings, I'm going to have to give them like a 4 out of 10 today. For their offense and their defense too. 13 points. Thank God the Titans won. Thank God the Titans got at least one preseason win today with Cam Ward, so that's cool to see. 23. I'll rate them 6. I'll rate them 6 today. Defense is going to get a 4. I don't like the defense that much. I didn't think the defense played that good today. But Cam Ward and the offense definitely played a lot better. There was some flashes, though, from the defense, which I definitely saw. But, nothing too crazy from the Titans, in my opinion. So, yeah, guys, that we're going to end off. We're going to end off there with that game. Recap of that game. Just a great game. I wish the Vikings played better, though. Let's get into some of the headlining games today, guys. The complete dog-ass games here. Falcons versus the Cowboys. We're going to get into that matchup next, right after the break. Falcons going up against the Dallas Cowboys. Man, today, guys, the Dallas Cowboys completely fucked the Falcons today. Completely bended them over and completely fucked them up. It was great to see. It's very rare that you see the Dallas Cowboys actually, win some fucking football games. So quarter 1, the Cowboys were able to get 14 points. Quarter 2, they only got a field goal. And then quarter 3, they got another touchdown. And quarter 4, they ended off with another touchdown. So that's a lot of touchdowns for the Cowboys today, which I liked. Falcons couldn't get anything on. Dallas defense was too good. Quarter 1, 0 fucking points. Only a touchdown and a field goal for quarter 2. And then quarter 3, 0. Man, that's got to hurt. Quarter 4, only a field goal. That's got to hurt even goddamn worse. The final score today, guys, was 13-31. Today, I usually shit on the Cowboys, but today, guys, the Cowboys played really goddamn well. And let's get into the recap because I have to praise the Cowboys today. This is very rare that you get to praise the Cowboys. So I'm going to take all the opportunity that I can before you see me on the regular season completely shitting on them. 2-yard run, a 2-yard run, and then we get a 9-yard run. We get a couple of 9-yard runs, and that sets up for an 11-yard pass from Jay Milton. He throws left and easily gets an 11-yard pass. We do get an incomplete pass, some penalties. It's the Cowboys. 12-yard run, though, which is really nice. And another 8-yard run. This was from the shotgun formation, too, which was really cool to see. Touchdown. Jay Milton scrambles right in for 1-yard touchdown. Love to see a scramble touchdown. It's just always great to see. Cowboys score again with another touchdown. This was still in the first quarter. 11 plays, 59 yards. Guys, we start off with an 8-yard pass from Jay Milton. Jay Milton was playing really good today. A nice, crispy, and hold my goddamn horses, guys, because we get a 25-yard pass from Jay Milton. And then Jay Milton lines up on there and gets a fucking left deep ball for 31 yards. That's great to see. Then we get a 13-yard run, and I like how even though Jay Blue comes in here, 0-yard run for no gain, gets stopped by London. But I like how, the Cowboys go, nah, let's run the ball again. Let's not give up on that running game. So they get a 13-yard run, and they run in for a touchdown, guys. I really like that. Cowboys played really great today. My overall ranking of the Cowboys today, guys, I'm going to give them a 7 out of 10. I like the defense aggression today, the way they were getting through the goddamn line, easily throwing the goddamn ball, going crazy. Atlanta couldn't get anything going. Very disappointed to see. Atlanta Falcons are going to get like a 3 out of 10 for their offense and their defense. They played terrible. And any of them players that are fighting for that damn job should be scared and should be ashamed that they played this badly. When you get badly beat by the Cowboys, whew, that's got to do something to your heart. So, Cowboys played great today. I'll give them a 7 out of 10. Good job, Cowboys. We love to see it. I wish you were this good in the regular season, but, let's not go too fast there. And let's get into our final game here, our headlining game, our game to end off this Friday night recap, the Bears. The Bears actually were able to come off and win this game by, 1 minute, quarter three. Quarter three they were able to get a touchdown, and then quarter four, they were able to get a couple of touchdowns, actually. And they were able to tie up they were able to get this game close. So it was like, it was 27 to 22, and then they were able to end it off. We'll talk about that final drive where, they come in for a final touchdown. Let's get into this game, guys. First quarter, we start off with Patrick Mahomes. And we actually start off with Pacheco getting a 6-yard run, 29-yard penalty, a couple of incomplete passes from Mahomes. But these are like throwaway balls, by the way. And then we get a Mahomes 19-yard pass, which is so great to see. Incomplete pass, but once again, guys, it's kind of throwing away the ball. 12-yard pass, 1-yard run, and then Jabeco right guards gets for a 2-yard touchdown, which was great to see. Couple of field goals, and then second quarter, we immediately get a touchdown from Mahomes. Mahomes gets a deep left pass. It was 20 yards, which just crazy. A 9-yard pass, a 12-yard pass, a 23-yard pass, 13-yard run. I mean, this is a recipe for a 76-yard touchdown goddamn drive, and that's what happens. Mahomes throws a short right pass and gets a 4-yard goddamn touchdown. Beautiful to see. I mean, Patrick Mahomes played great today. Couple of field goals, but then, finally we get a touchdown drive from, Caleb Williams. This was 10 plays. This was 78 yards. We get a 2-yard pass from Williams. Then a nice 25-yard pass. And I like how this short pass set up for this long 25-yard pass, which is great to see. A 6-yard run. 5-yard pass, we get an incomplete pass, but then Caleb Williams comes in here and throws a straight dime ball for 37 yards. God damn. And then Caleb Williams comes in there and throws short left for a touchdown play. I mean, great to see. But Chiefs respond. And this is just a fucking backup. This fucking backup, guys, gets a...
No time, no problem. Bobbi Brown's Longwear Cream Shadow Stick works as fast as you do. So, no surprise, it's the #1 eyeshadow stick in the U.S. Whether you're heading to the office, school drop-off, or for days that blend into nights, one swipe, and your shadow is set for 24 hours. Because doing your makeup shouldn't take an hour, and let's be real, who has that kind of time? Now available in new shades. Discover them all at Sephora.
Now at Chipotle, our all-new Chipotle Honey Chicken brings Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet. Seared smoked peppers and savory Mexican spices, blended with a hint of pure honey for a perfectly balanced sauce. All combined with fresh, tender chicken hot off the grill, served up in your favorite burrito or bowl. New Chipotle Honey Chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level. But it's only at Chipotle for a limited time. Order now in the app for pickup or delivery. Chipotle, for real.
50-yard pass. 50-yard pass. 5-yard run, and an easy E. Mitchell left for 2 yards for a touchdown. Goddamn. You're thinking that the Chiefs are going to be winning this whole entire game. You're thinking in fourth quarter that the Chiefs are going to win, etc., etc. And then the Bears come in. Ben Johnson comes in and probably told them, you need to get your ass out there and win this game. By the time, guys, fourth quarter, this was 16-27. But the Bears start to get some momentum. Starting off with a 12-play touchdown drive, 59 yards. T. Badgett comes in. 5-yard pass. 3-yard run, 1-yard run, sets up for a 15-yard short left pass, 4-yard run, 8-yard run, 1-yard run, 2-yard run, and then we get a touchdown pass from T. Badgett, and I love seeing that. The score is 22-27, and now you're thinking the Chiefs are just going to waste the clock. 36-yard pass from T. Badgett, 70-yard pass, 2-yard run, 6-yard run. We do get a 5-yard penalty, but it is the Bears. 9 yards, 7-yard run. I like how they didn't even give up the run either. You know, they had a 2-yard run, not much of a gain, 1-yard run, but they still go for the run again, and then they get a touchdown. 2-point conversion does fail, so the Chiefs are still in the lead at this point. 29-27. T. Badgett comes in there for a 60-yard pass, 10-yard pass. This was no huddle too. 11-yard pass, 13-yard pass, 8-yard pass, and then finish off this game with an 8-yard pass. And when T. Badgett throws the left short right pass for a 6-yard touchdown to end the final game. I love to see an upset. I loved how all the Chiefs were, clapping it up, getting ready to get out of here. Then the Bears come in and completely kick their ass at the end. I love seeing that. Overall, final thoughts about the Bears. Bears took a while to get going. The offensive line wasn't that good today. Caleb Williams had to really run for his goddamn life. A lot of missed throws. Running game took a while to get going. I do like how the Chiefs played today. Excuse me, guys. Even though, I will be real, I feel like, guys, the Chiefs could have played a little bit more aggressive, but this is a preseason game. But they wanted to win this preseason game. They've been losing their last preseason games, so it does suck to see them get lose by this one. But hey, guys, once I say this, guys, I like that the Bears, even though they were losing throughout this whole entire game, they still found a way to win. And that's kind of how, the Chiefs be playing in the regular season. They always find ways to win. Well, the Bears today found ways to win. Bears are going to get a 6 out of 10. Chiefs are going to get a 7 out of 10. I liked how the Chiefs played today. First couple of drives from Mahomes were 8 out of 10s. Mahomes played insane. Guys, let me know. Are you enjoying preseason week 3? I know I am. And y'all better come back for Saturday night. It's the last day of the preseason. And we're going to be talking about and recapping all of the rest of the games, guys. My Pandora people, if you're on Pandora, guys, we're doing NFL content all this year. I might even be covering the NBA in October. I mean, we got a lot of stuff coming. So make sure you follow. And, guys, if you're on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn notifications, guys. We're dropping new content every single day. And, yeah, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.